Xbox has given us a legitimate reason to cop a Series X. I quote, "If you're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is that this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building and the creative capability we'll be able to bring to the market for Xbox customers is going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox." Phil Spencer, after months of speculating, gave the answer to the much awaited question of will Bethesda games be exclusive. Bear with me though, the Game Pass is Xbox's ace in the hole. I'm not gonna lie, in the past, I predicted that Xbox wasn't going to make these Bethesda games exclusive, and this deal was just gonna be one of those just cause scenarios.
But you did this for what?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why though?
Looking back at the last 8 years, I'm not gonna say that the Xbox execs didn't care about exclusives, but the concept definitely fell to the back burner. Don't believe me? Then what is this? According to the good old Phil Spencer, Xbox Game Pass is more of a priority than selling consoles. Oh, okay. I see you're still not convinced. Okay, then what is this? How do you explain the decision of Xbox bringing all their exclusives to PC and giving PC players access to them day one as well? Real quick, the PC deal I'm referring to is when Xbox made Game Pass available on PC, though there is a difference. The PC version offers less games, but the exclusives are still there. How do you explain that? Thankfully, thanks to the Xbox and Bethesda deal, I think we can all agree that console exclusives still matter. But to what end? That's what we will be discussing today as well. Yo, what's good everybody? It's been a while since I did one of these videos, but what happened on March 11th was just a big enough deal that it warranted a video like this, a prediction video, letting all you ADHD folks know off the rip. This is going to be a long one, so hit that like button if you're going to just up and leave, and hit it if you're about to sit through this captivating video. Last week's news had me thinking long and hard.
Pause.
About what Xbox will look like in the next 10 years and how Xbox's plan might make them win in the long run. So let's rewind back to March 11th, which was the day Xbox and Bethesda announced their post-orgy master plan of future Bethesda games being exclusive, and that Game Pass will continue to add more games, solidifying its position as the only legitimate streaming service. Everybody who's viewing right now, pour one out for the homies at Google. Sorry, Jeff, Luna just ain't it, man. You gotta do something with that platform. And Stadia was dead on arrival after its reveal. This reminds me of the iPhone 7. Do you remember what the controversial thing about that phone was? And I know it's hard since Apple is always into some shit. They're doing something wicked always. Anyways, that's the version when they decided to remove the earphone jack. Damn near everyone was like, ew!
Dude!
What the fuck? If it isn't broken, why get rid of it? Hold on to that thought for me. So I've made videos in the past trying to figure out Xbox's plan, but I've never been able to quite nail it. Now, I think I got it. So what will Xbox be in the next 10 years? It's funny because that's the wrong question. It's not a matter of what, but where. And the answer is everywhere. On February 28, 2017, Xbox announced Xbox Game Pass, a limited catalog of games available to select members of its Xbox Insider community for testing and feedback. Soon, we would find out that Game Pass is Xbox's baby, their pride and joy, the creme de la creme. What I'm saying is Game Pass has become one of, if not the most important service over at Xbox. Now, I've used Game Pass. It's a really good service, and most importantly, Xbox has not lied to us about this service as of yet, unlike some other services. Stadia. To me, Game Pass is the reason why exclusive titles from Xbox took a seat on the bench during the Xbox One generation. It's because Xbox was trying to bring people on to Game Pass, but in order for that to happen, they had to populate the service. This is why that bullshit PC deal was done. Yes, I said bullshit. Here's why. Imagine being the first child. You get all the attention from your mom and dad. They telling you bullshit like, oh, you're so cute, you're so special. You believe them until they fuck and have another kid. Now all the shit they told you, you actually believe, but now they're telling it to your little brothers. To make matters worse, these little fuckers seem to be better than you in every single way. They get the girls, they're tall, athletic, and popular, while you're just normal. What happened? I thought your parents said you were special and cute. In case it's not clear, Xbox is the older brother, while PC is one of the younger ones. Yes, I know PC came first. Don't be an asshole, man. I stand by my original statements that I did not like the PC deal with Xbox because they gave away the exclusives. The very thing that makes people want to play on your platform, they gave it away so easily. And not just to any platform, but a platform that is the best place to play video games. Nothing is wrong with a little sibling rivalry, and life is long, so you gotta play the long game. And all pun intended. Now that I've had time to think about all of this, it dawned on me that someone at Xbox had to have asked the obvious question. Why would I buy an Xbox when I have a PC? The answer to that is why Xbox is going to rule in the next 10 years. Game streaming or cloud gaming is the next big endeavor that the video game industry is trying to conquer. This will allow video games to run on remote servers and stream them directly to a user's device. This is what xCloud, Amazon's Luna, and Google Stadia are doing. This new technology will allow users to play games on any device, TV, phone, tablet, even a Tesla. And I'm not talking mobile games either. I'm talking the same games you play on your console, on your phone, running at 60 frames, 1080p. The problem is people's internet speeds aren't fast enough to run games at those settings comfortably. But with the rate of technology rapidly progressing, this might be achieved sooner than you may think. Now, Game Pass compared to the other streaming services, it's just flat out better. One of the reasons is because at first, when Game Pass first came out, it was the only streaming service that, ironically enough, didn't fully embrace streaming. As a result, Game Pass allowed players to download games using their internet and then allowing them to play them either offline or online. While they continued to grow their game collection, they also worked on improving the streaming by launching xCloud. Stadia, Luna, and PlayStation Now at first, they changed it now, but that is why Game Pass stands out. Game Pass was able to give the feeling to the user as if they owned the game. As expected, Game Pass kept growing bigger and bigger each and every day. Many publishers have come out and shared how much they have benefited from putting their games on Game Pass. There are rumors that even more companies like Ubisoft are poised to join soon. But the same can't be said about the Xbox console. As of September 2020, the Xbox 360 had sold 85.8 million units across the world. The Xbox One didn't even come close to that. And the Series X sure as hell doesn't seem like it will either. So why does it seem like Xbox just doesn't care that much anymore about their console? It is because in the next 10 years, Xbox will not need to depend on having a console. It will have the Xbox app that will be across every single device. Xbox never fell off. They have been quietly innovating. By 2030, the xCloud will be figured out and integrated. Microsoft is one of the few companies that have the servers to do it. Do me a favor. If you have the Xbox app on your phone, just look at it. What do you see? You can see all your friends, which you can start a party just like the console. Recently played games. You can search for games. You can view your library. You can even launch games from your phone to play on your console. I know what I said was a bold ass prediction that may or may not come true in the next 10 years, but does it really seem that far-fetched? If you're hesitant about this theory because you still don't think streaming will be ready, well, remember that iPhone 7 ear jack? Many didn't like the change. I remember people saying how stupid that was because there's still many cars or devices that didn't even have Bluetooth. But here we are today, and Bluetooth is damn near a prerequisite. The lack of an ear jack problem went away pretty damn quick. While the lack of having a physical console would be an adjustment, it would be one that would happen rather quickly too. You could see where I'm going with this. Streaming is going to have the same complaints. At first, people like me are going to say that people's internet isn't ready, but then they're going to find a way around that, especially because everywhere we go nowadays has internet. Once this happens, it will pave the way for Xbox's Supremacy as the best streaming service for gamers, because no one is going to be in its way. Nobody's rocking with Luna. Any day now, Google gonna announce that they took the L with that one. And PlayStation now has got a lot to do in order to compete, which they need to start doing soon before it's too late. Phil Spencer exactly said that the partnership would deliver exclusive games that ship on platforms where Xbox Game Pass exists. Many people, including me, believe that Xbox is testing the other companies like Sony and Nintendo to allow Game Pass on their systems. Xbox is basically saying, you can have Bethesda games, you just gotta kiss the ring. I don't know if this will happen in 10 years, but maybe 11. Remember how I said life is long and that you've got to play the long game. Here comes Xbox offering all the goods because he stayed diligent and silently worked hard, while his brothers passed him by getting all the praise. Now Big Brother Xbox comes out and says, hey buddies, come join me or die. Well, not that, but something along those lines of, we are all brothers, so come work with me so we can all eat. Which is what a good Big Brother does. Not get jealous or envious, but finds a way for everyone to win. Xbox will find its way onto those platforms, and I bet you Nintendo will be the first one to fold. Now, before you say, this wouldn't happen, well, Xbox is already down for it. And I remember when PlayStation and Nintendo needed servers, they bought it from, who was it, man? Oh yeah, Microsoft. I've got a lot of faith. And now that I made this prediction, I have a lot of stake in being right. So Microsoft, my parting words to you are,
don't let me down, man. If you let me down, I don't know what I'd do.